Hello, we are going to be doing our wreath tutorial, and I'm just going to do a little bit of prep first. So let me show you what we're going to do first. So we've got our wreath frame here. It's a grapevine wreath, but we've also got our solo wood flowers here. And as you can see, I've already stemmed a few of them, but I'm going to just show you how to do that real quick if you've never done that. We do have a video on stemming alone in our tutorials if you want to check that out. But we're going to do a quick one here. So you're going to take your wire that comes with your kit and you're just going to snip a little piece off. So we're just needing, like, see how long, just a little bit of your wire, and you're just going to put the glue on the back of your flower and your wire into your glue that's on your flower, but you're not going to want to push too hard because you don't want to come through the other end. Now you're going to stem your 3-inch flowers and your 2-inch flowers, but your minis you can leave alone. If you want to put, if you have extra wire, if you've cut it where you've made it where you've had some wire left for them, you're welcome to put it on those minis, but it's not necessary because they're small enough. They are easy to glue on their own. Now, the other thing we're going to do to prep is we're going to take our greenery and basically we're just going to cut the stem part off. If you have a greenery where it's connected, you don't want to cut it where it makes it separate. You're just going to want to cut the stem off that you can, but you're still going to have that little connected part there. So let me just cut both of these, and then that's really all we need to do to prep until we get started. So let me just do one more clip. There you go. Make sure you have a good strong set of clippers. That makes the job easier. Also, your secondary greenery, if it does not come separated, if it comes already on a bush, you can just cut those also into little pieces that we're going to be using as well. So it's very simple to make, but there's a process that we're going to do. And the first step we're going to use is our leafy greens. So anytime we're doing projects where we have a green base that's leafy, we always start with that first. So we're going to make our wreath where the decoration's on the side, but you can make your wreath where it's also on the bottom, and that's just basically where you're going to end up hanging it from. But I'm going to build it to be on the side of it, but again, you can hang it on the other side to make it so it's on the bottom or even on the top. Okay, so I'm going to take my green and I'm going to just slide it down into my grapevine wreath there. Now, let me just show you. I have found a nice secure spot to stick that in there. And if I'm coming out the other side here, I'm just going to bend it and tuck it in along with my grapevine. Now, I've got a nice deep positioning in there, but I still want to secure it with some glue. So I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to glue right down on there just to hold it in nice. And then I'm going to come up on the top as well, and I'm just going to put some glue on some of these leaves and just hold it down so it doesn't kind of flap. You're going to want that nice and secure. So we put our first branch down. I'm securing that down there, and I also secured it with the hot glue up on the top. If you feel like you're still a little flappy, you can always put another spot of glue even in the center, but I'm good here. Now, the next step we're going to do is we're going to take our other one, and what we're wanting to do is we're going to try to place this so that we are coming at the same spot as we did the other one, so that our leaves are going to touch each other so there's no gap. So I'm going to come and I'm going to slide it right next to where I had the other one, and I'm going to push it all the way in until my leaves are touching. So you don't want a big gap. You're going to have leaves on leaves, and we're going to have flowers there, so it's okay if it's you know, showing a little bit of glue or anything like that right now. Now I'm going to bend these down to fill my spot here, and I'm going to put glue down. Oops, my little flower there. Put glue down and secure my second stem there. Okay, and again, our leaves are about touching. We can even take, I like to do this sometimes too, if there's an extra leaf here that I can use, that's not a big deal to have it. You can take your extra leaf, you just put a little dot of glue, and then you can kind of cover the little gap spot there. That makes it nice and easy. Now I'm gonna do where I'm not gonna be flappy, so I'm gonna wanna put this down over here. Glue that on there. I'm gonna hold my leaf. I'm just gonna hold it down until it's dry and nice and secure. Okay. And then once we've got that, we're gonna secure our secondary green before we add, oops, I didn't wait till it dried. Let me hold it down until it dries. Then we're gonna add our secondary greens. Nice and good there. Before we add our flowers. And we've got them here. So we're gonna do one on either end. So I'm gonna do that first. This time I'm gonna put the glue directly on the stem because these are nice and small and thin. And I'm just gonna slide it in there. So I'm gonna want one on either end. Because I always like the second greenery to be kind of the little cappers over there. I'm gonna do this one, same way. I'm gonna slide it right on in there. And then the next two that we have, I'm gonna put in the center. So let me just turn it towards you. There you go. So I'm gonna do the same thing, and these guys are gonna go in this little center area. Both kind of sprouting out on either side. Okay. Now, if you're gonna add other fillers that maybe you've ordered, you can go ahead and fill in all these different spots. But for the kit, this is what we've got for greenery. But like I said, these kits are great because you can add on to make it personalized just for you. You can do things like lavender or baby's breath or starflower. You can make it anything you want. You can make colors, all those kind of good things. But with the kits, that's the best part about it, is that it's really something that you can use our tutorials to make it, but you can also personalize it by doing some add-ons if you want, or if you have things hanging around your house that you want to add to it. Even if you have like cute little, you know, like woodland creatures or anything like that, those are perfect to add to this kind of a project and really make it yours. But right now we've got our greenery set. Again, we're building it where it's looking this direction, but all you have to do is hang it from this side and you've got the wreath in the opposite direction as well. Now, we're gonna start in the center and we're gonna use our three 3-inch flowers, and we're going to make a little bundle. So we're gonna make it kind of like a triangle like this, and we're gonna put those in the center, obviously one at a time, but I just wanted to show you the shape. So I wanna make sure I only have a nub of a wire, and I'm just gonna bend it so it's crooked like this, see? Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide it on up in there, and that just secures it more. I'm gonna put glue on the wire, but also on the flower. And we're gonna start in the center, and we're just going to slide our flower wire underneath, and the glue on the flower will catch the greenery. So I'm gonna make my little bundle. Again, you wanna have your flower ready here with a little piece of wire. And this is gonna kind of come over here too. You just gotta find a nice spot to slide it in. And then we're gonna do our third flower. Again, we're bending it to the side so that it can slide in there and catch a piece without the flower itself being on its side. So if we bend the wire, then our flower can still be straight upright looking outwards, and you're not having to worry about your flower kind of being crooked. You're gonna make the wire part the crooked part. Okay, then we're gonna come up a little bit higher on our wreath, and we're gonna use our 2-inch flower, and we're also gonna bend our wire, put the glue on there, and we're gonna slide it right up against my little pouch there that I have of flowers already, and take my next 2-inch, and we're gonna go kind of like diagonal and up closer towards the end. I'll hold it up for you. So see, it's going to be diagonal and up towards the end. And then I'm going to use my minis to finish it off on this side. Now again, we're going to fill in this gap here, and then we end diagonal with that one there too. So I'm going to just glue this one. Again, if you have wire left, you can use a wire, but these baby minis, they're easy to glue on directly, so you don't need it if you don't have any wire left, if you miscalculated your cuts there. Okay. I'm going to show you what we got. And we're going to be close to our end. You can spread them out further if you want to take more space up. Or you can keep them clustered. So we have our little 3 set, we have our 2s in a diagonal, and then our minis also in a diagonal to fill up that spot. And I have like some extra greens out there. I like to see the greens, but if you want your flowers to kind of fit here, then what you're going to do is, instead of clumping it so tight, you're just going to keep loosening things up and spread them out until you get to your end. But I do like it nice and full in the center so that you can see a little bit of the greenery. Now I'm just going to rotate this and do the exact same process on the other side. I'm going to do my 2-inch flowers. I'm going to slide one in. Okay. And then I'm going to do this one diagonal and up towards the end a little bit more. If you get glue strings, all you have to do is hit it with a hot hair dryer on heat setting, and they will dissolve into thin air. Now I'm going to do my minis. And again, let me just actually hold it up while I do it this time. See, I did my stagger diagonal thing there. I'm going to do the same now with my minis. I'm going to do this one here and my next one there. So I'm just going to keep staggering it so that I can reach the end. Now you just want to try not to get your finger in the glue while you're doing this. Okay. Alrighty. And again, we have lots of different products that you can use as add-ons if you're wanting more fillers. But this is a nice, just simple, rustic wreath. I don't think it needs anything more because you've got the 2 styles of greenery and you've got your flowers there. I made a mess here with my wreath here, but so as you can see, we've got our raw flowers, our 2 kinds of greenery, our pretty grapevine wreath, and it's perfect for any door, any season. And again, you can even do some things that are like interchangeable for different seasons. You can have little clip-on things. There's lots of things to do to personalize them, but this is the basic base of a wreath, and it's completed the way it is, but feel free to add whatever else you need. And if you're going to add things, you're just going to slide them in the gaps and work your way to the outsides like we did with the greenery and the flowers that we already had. And that's it.